Fellow dental colleagues, alignment providers and well wishers, thank you for tuning in again. Getting some incredible feedback from people who are really liking the sort of appreciation kind of exercise that they're doing right now. And a lot of people are saying that we're seeing a shift. I love that word. They're saying we're seeing a shift in how we view things in the world, and we're not so pessimistic as we used to be. Inevitably, some people are saying we've stopped watching the news, which is doom and gloom, and instead we're focusing on things that give us joy, abundance and laughter in our lives, which, how cool is that? So previously we spoke about how we can use digital advertising or communication in this transition period. We're now at a point where let's go to the next point of the workflow and assume that we've been able to communicate in the correct way with someone, either through internal messaging within the database, through posts on different platforms, or perhaps through some kind of paid marketing. The challenge now is, how do we communicate with that person so we get a predictable and profitable pathway? One of the things that we're recognizing is when we deal with millennials, because as the CEO and founder of Aligner Alchemy, my primary business model is helping aligner providers to make money from aligners. And when you're dealing with a millennial who I think Shaz calls them Generation Mute, there's a unique challenge, because you have someone with an incredible sense of connectivity and information in their hands on their phone, but yet they refuse to pick it up and actually speak to you. So one of the things that we need to do as a profession is to come together and understand best practice, or what are we doing that's giving us incredible results. So one gem that I can share that we have found is constructing a process that nudges people onto Facebook Messenger is a much more predictable way for us to engage with people. This concept of nudge, some of you may be aware of from a very famous book that I think Barack Obama was caught wearing, and it's about choice architecture. It's about designing a system to create a desired outcome. So I think there are two famous examples the book gives. One relates to Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam, where I think someone must have been complaining about the mess in the men's urinals. So someone put a target board on the urinal, and men being target driven were all aiming at the target, and the amount of collateral damage or spillage was vastly reduced, which impacted the cost of cleaning that toilet area. So we can see how designing a system to achieve an outcome can be very powerful. How many of us are having these conversations with our marketing teams? The other example given from this incredible book relates to how, using nudge principles, we can get children to select healthy options. So what they found was that if you put the puddings high up in a darkly lit area, and yet the salads were nicely presented on a lower bench with nice lighting, we can nudge people into choosing healthier options. So one of the most important things we need to, as a collective, come together is to share best practice on how we are nudging people that we're communicating with digitally, either through WhatsApp, SMS, Facebook Messenger. So one thing that I have pivoted to with all of our clients is that we use WhatsApp Business for Everyone. Within the list of propositions, everybody's put under a label, which means we now create broadcast groups. It's very easy to communicate. One of the incredible things is that you can then layer in these templates. So you put a / and then a list of templates that you populate come up. Within those templates, we can then populate YouTube videos which are personalized and relevant and customized. So there are incredible opportunities for us to communicate in a very sophisticated, very relevant, very deliberate way, which really resonates with millennials. So what I would love is that we can all come together and share what we're doing, what's working, so we can create a template of, perhaps call it best practice, so that we have something that we can share as a collective. thank you so much for your time today. I've really enjoyed your company, and I look forward to meeting you all at some point in the near future. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.